Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Today was like the best episode of General Hospital in 50,000 billion years, and I'm just so happy right now. So let's get right to it because I can't contain myself. At Franco and Nina's, they were gonna have a movie night, but Nina kind of wants to go to the haunted star party, but like neither of those plans wind up working out. And Kiki comes in drunk. She kind of drunk. I don't know. Nina kind of implies that like, oh, there's the bottle of vodka. So like, I thought she was drunk, whatever. She puts on her costume and is going to drive to the party. Franco stops her and says call the car service, but apparently the driver gave her a bad review because she threw up in the back seat and now no one will pick her up. But neither of that actually like matters because Ava shows up with Avery and has like this delusional idea that the three of them, her, Avery, and Kiki, are going to watch a movie together, like at Kiki's place, I was assuming. Like, how presumptuous, beyond presumptuous. There's not even a word for it. But she wants to spend time with Kiki because she's absolutely delusional. And Kiki threatens to tell the judge about her, like, everything, you know? And she also says Avery would be better off with Sonny. Obviously, Kiki says that, not Ava. And that Nina has been more of a mother to her in the past 2 weeks than Ava's been, like, you know, I guess in the past few months or ever, I don't know. And, you know, that's gotta sting. And that even Nina would be a better mother to Avery. And I'm like, oh my god, like Kiki's going for the jugular and I absolutely love it. Franco tries to kick Ava out, and while that's happening, Kiki steals her keys back, and Kiki says she's given up on Ava. So Ava should just give up on her because I've given up on you. It's all very dramatic and I love it, like absolutely 1,000,000%. So Ava wants Franco and Nina to talk to Kiki to get her to testify on her behalf because again, delusional. And Ava brings up the fact that if Franco hadn't left her to die on the bridge, none of this would have happened. And I'm like, actually, Kiki was actually like happy you were back alive. Like, I feel like even if she wasn't, she would have like gotten there because hello, your mother's alive. But it was the more the sleeping with Morgan that like ruined your relationship, and that has nothing to do with Franco. At least I really hope it doesn't. At the hospital, Liz and Patrick run into each other. She's picking up gifts from her bridal shower that Felix had put in her locker. And Liz gets a letter from her grandmother, and her grandmother also sent her a locket. And she starts to kind of have a bit of an anxiety attack because, like, now I think everything's weighing on her because, like, her grandmother wrote her this amazing letter about how she's so worthy of love and this, that, and the other thing. And, like, yeah, exactly. At the floating rib, it's Jake's bachelor party. I totally called it, but so did like everyone else, so I don't feel special. And Carly, Michael, Sam are there, but like pretty much then anyone who's at the floating rib is a participant in this. And okay, I know it's soap opera land. I know it is. Like I really do, but usually they're good about like obscuring dates. But this is very obviously Halloween since it's like a Halloween party. And they keep saying that Jake's getting married tomorrow, but it's already been stated that they're getting married on November 6th. So, like, I'll move on. Because I know it's soap opera world. I just needed to point it out. So they managed to get Jake up there to sing karaoke. I think Sam might have sung with him. We don't really actually see it. And the bachelor party winds to an end. It did look like a lot of fun, though. Like, it was a really fun bachelor party. And Sam and Jake are left at the bar. Spinelli, because Spinelli has a little bit in this. So the program is running, and Spinelli is stressing that even though the program will be done in time, he's worried that the database search will take longer than expected. And I'm like, honey, you're not going to need it. You're really not. I'm so excited right now. Okay. But Spinelli gets a call from Ellie, and apparently Ellie broke her ankle and needs to go to the hospital. And Spinelli doesn't want her to call a car service. I don't know. He wants to get home immediately to be with Ellie, but like the plane's gonna take like 3 hours because it's across the country. So I hope he doesn't expect her to wait there, you know, for him to drive her to the hospital. But he's leaving. And he's going to leave the program with Sam. And I'm like, why does Ellie get hurt, like, every year around this year? Like, this is how we got Georgie. Like, seriously. at the Halloween party. Morgan is Captain Morgan for Halloween because he's totally over Kiki. And Maxie hits up Morgan for money. He wants like a part in the movie. They joke around, blah, blah, blah. Maxie's like promising parts to everyone and their mother. So Morgan and Darby head off to find a private place in, the Haunted Star. So Paul and Tracy are at the party. Paul wants to head out after the message. Anna left for Sloan because she thinks she's calling Sloan's phone, and she is, except Paul's the one picking up all the messages, and she's talking about, like, Carlos and how, I don't know, I have it listed in, like, 2 lines, so I'll get back to you. Lulu and Dylan, they're in the room, and she goes to play the tape, and by tape I mean the video on the laptop, and Dylan realizes what it is, and he closes the laptop immediately and says, oh, it's unedited, like, it's not ready, like, no, let's not watch this. And Andy comes in and tells Dylan he accidentally insulted Tracy. Dylan asks Andy about the footage of Valerie admitting everything, and Dylan wants him to delete it, like, right this second. Andy's like, look, it's half my grade, so, like, I can't, but I'll edit it after the party so I can preserve my project, and it just, I'll just do it after the party. And Dylan's like, fine. And then Valerie comes in to adjust her costume. Sabrina tells Felix the baby might not be Michael's. Move on. Move on. Alright, so Dylan tells Nathan he's going to tell Lulu the truth, and Nathan asks if he's going to give Valerie a heads up, so he's like, yeah, I should do that. So Dylan walks in on Valerie in the room adjusting her costume because misunderstandings, and it turns out Valerie got into the police academy and is looking forward to Lulu, Dante, and her being friends for a long, long time. So needless to say, Dante doesn't have the heart to tell her he's about to blow up everyone's life, and maybe he's reconsidering it. So Dylan walks in on Dante helping Valerie with her zipper, and then they hug, and Valerie sees Dylan, and, like, she's like, Dante, whatever, and I guess she had said something, like, because when she's hugging, she's like, I'm glad we can have it all. I don't know, something that can easily be taken out of context. So Valerie's like, look, whatever you need to tell me needs to wait, and she, like, gets out of there, and Dante's like, alright, whatever, and gets out of there too, and Dylan kind of looks at them, and he may or may not have went into the room, who knows. At the pier, Anna is calling Sloan, but Paul's on the other end, and she talks about Carlos and how she doesn't trust Paul. Paul comes to the pier, and Anna lets Paul know that she's suspicious of him because that's smart. And he says Sloan was right and she murdered Carlos Rivera. So then he goes on to tell her he has no interest in sending her to prison, and he actually covered her crime. And he says that Sloan told him everything, and that he had physical evidence, and that he found a gunshot victim that was too far gone to be identified, and he planted Carlos's wallet on him because, we're friends and I'm helping you out and you deserve a break, and maybe down the line you can help me out. Let's go back to the Halloween party. So Lulu tells Tracy about her and Dante trying to get pregnant again. Tracy isn't the face of enthusiasm, and she's actually kind of naysaying the idea because she doesn't think her and Dante are in a good enough place for this. So then Paul comes back and Maxie hits him up for money. Dylan comes back and is like, stop hitting my dad up for money. And they ask if the reel is ready yet, and Dylan's like, yeah. Or I don't know. He looks burdened. I think that's the best place to not burden. He's intense right now. He kind of has an intense look on his face. Kiki arrives, makes things kind of uncomfortable for Molly and TJ, who are just trying to have a good time. So Felix tells Sabrina to save her worrying for the paternity test, since there is a chance the baby is Michael's, and, she could have nothing to worry about at all. And end scene, because, oh my god, today's end scene, I can't wait, I'm so excited, you guys, I'm so excited, but let me tell you all about it. So Kiki asks Molly and TJ about Morgan and where he is, or, that he's here, and, then it kind of cuts to Morgan and Darby having a private moment in the Haunted Star, in a bedroom. I guess I didn't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the important part of today's episode. Michael picks up Sabrina from the party, and Anna's haunted by Carlos at the pier. She's going to wind up shooting someone. Again, not the most important part of this episode, though. Paul really wants to get out of there, and he and Tracy wind up leaving. Again, totally not important to this episode. And Dylan gets the microphone, right? Can you tell? It's getting to the really exciting part. Okay. And he welcomes everyone to the fundraiser. And he's like, oh, and the sizzle reel? I forgot to look it up, but whatever. The reel, let's show you what we've been doing to get you all excited about it. So it's not, though. So it starts rolling, and it's him and Valerie sitting on the bed talking. And Andy's like, wait, this is the right thing. And he's trying to get it to stop. He's trying to figure it out. And it's leading up to the Valerie confession. And Dylan knows, like, he is letting this roll. He's not trying to shut it down. So he's doing this. He's doing this, right? Andy's trying to get the remote to shut it off, not working. So it's the part where he's talking about his feelings for Lulu, and then Valerie's like, well, at least it's just feelings. Like, I acted on mine. So, oh my god. And then it cuts away, and that's all we get to see of this. And I'm like, oh my god, you can't be doing this to me right now. Like, General Hospital, what are you doing to me? But move on. Spinelli tells Carly about the program, and that he's running for Jake's identity, and it's up to Carly to get the program to Sam because he has to go. And Carly's like, I can do it. I'm totally 100% in. This is awesome, right? Patrick thinks Liz is having cold feet, blah, blah, blah. I could care less. Jake thanks Sam for the parts she had in shaping who he is now. Because if she hadn't kind of given him a chance after he, held her at gunpoint, then who knows if any of this would be happening. They hug and share a look, and then the program worked, guys. Okay. The program worked, and at the end, it's morphing his face, and by the end of it, it's Steve Bergen's face. I'm so happy right now. I have never been more happy in my life. I'm serious. I've never been more happy in my life. I'm the happiest person on earth. Are you the happiest person on earth too? Can we be happy together? I'm having a lot of feelings. Because it's all pent up after like a year. Over a year. Oh. Monday can't come soon enough, everyone. Monday cannot come soon enough. Well, it can and it can't. Because on one hand, Dante and Lulu are going to implode. But on the other hand, the Jason reveal. I'm so happy. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I'm like Sonic right now. I cannot lower the pitch of my voice. It's virtually impossible, but I will see you Monday for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great weekend because nothing will ever be the same. And I'm so happy. Have a great weekend and a great Halloween. Be safe on Halloween because we have a lot to look forward to. I'm so happy.